In the year 3042, Earth had just emerged from a century of galactic isolation. The devastation of the solar wars had finally faded into memory, and the United Planetary Accord had reopened interstellar diplomacy. When the message came from Zyrith Prime, a world wrapped in eternal mist and cloaked in layers of myth and mystery, humanity listened. The message was direct. The Queen of Zyrith seeks a mate. Only the bravest of men may apply. The reward is beyond imagination. The cost perhaps even greater. Most dismissed it as a trick. Others saw a trap. But for Alexander Reeve, a war veteran turned miner scraping a living on the Martian frontier, the message sparked something else. Purpose. Alex had once led missions into the unknown, commanding respect from soldiers and scientists alike. But after losing his left arm and 2/3 of his team in a failed rescue mission on Europa, he retreated from command and from life. His cybernetic arm worked fine, but his spirit had been dulled. That is, until he heard the Queen's call. He stood in the rust-red desert of Mars, staring up at the sky as the winds whipped around him. His decision was made. "I'll go," he said. The journey to Zyrith Prime. Transport to Zyrith Prime wasn't easy. It lay in the Valoris sector, 17 light-years away, requiring passage through a wormhole known for its instability. Only ships equipped with quantum phase shielding could make the jump. The Accord sponsored the trip, intrigued by the potential alliance. Alex trained for weeks. He was briefed on the Zyrethians, tall, silver-skinned beings with a strong psychic presence. Their queen, Zelaria, was said to possess a mind powerful enough to bend gravity and a heart so elusive that none had ever truly touched it. Upon arrival, Alex's shuttle descended through layers of clouds so thick it felt like swimming through milk. The surface of Zyrith Prime revealed vast floating platforms above an ocean of swirling fog. Bioluminescent trees bent with the weight of humming, feathered creatures, and silver cities hung in the air like chiseled clouds. He was escorted by silent robed guardians, Zyrethian males with glowing glyphs along their arms, to the central spire, the Queen's palace. The Queen and the test. Queen Zelaria was unlike anything Alex had imagined. She stood over 7 feet tall, her skin shimmering like liquid mercury. Her eyes glowed violet, and her voice echoed in his mind rather than his ears. "You seek to be my mate. Why?" she asked without preamble. Alex straightened. "Not for the reward. Not for the title. I need a reason to matter again. You need bravery. I need a cause." Her eyes narrowed. "Many have come before. All failed. I'm not like the others." She studied him. "We shall see." Zelaria explained that any potential husband had to pass the 3 trials of the bonding flame, tests designed to assess courage, empathy, and strength. Failure meant not only rejection but exile from Zyrith for life. Alex accepted without hesitation. Trial 1. The Cavern of Echoes. The first trial tested fear. Alex was led to a pitch-black cave deep beneath the surface, filled with psionic crystals that pulled one's worst memories into reality. Alone, with only a breathing mask and a torch, he ventured into the cavern. As he passed the threshold, the air shimmered, and then came the screams. It was his team from Europa. "Captain, help us!" Their faces twisted in agony. Blood. Fire. The suffocating void. Alex staggered, dropping to his knees. His torch flickered. His breathing quickened. But this time he didn't turn away. "I was too late then," he said aloud, trembling. "But I'm not running now." He stepped forward through the illusions. They dissipated like fog in sunlight. When he emerged, he found Zelaria waiting. "You faced your past. Few do. You passed the first trial. Trial 2, the Mirror of Minds. This trial required empathy, the rarest quality in warriors. Alex was led to a crystalline chamber where a child waited. She was Zyrethian young, her silver skin pale with fear. She'd lost her parents in a recent skyquake. "Help her heal," Zalaria's voice echoed. The child didn't speak with words. Her mind was tangled, full of images, falling, screaming, a flash of purple light. Alex sat with her for hours, days perhaps. He let her into his memories, of loss, fear, and ultimately recovery. He sang old Earth lullabies, awkwardly at first, then softly, sincerely. She finally reached out and touched his mechanical hand. A soft glow spread between them. Zalaria appeared again. You shared pain and hope. You passed the second trial. Trial 3. The Gauntlet of Flame. Strength of body and will. A coliseum carved into a floating plateau hosted the final trial. Here, Alex faced the Syrinx, a beast bred from shadow and fire, six-legged, armored, with eyes that radiated rage. He was given only a staff made of Zyrethian steel. The battle was brutal. The Syrinx was faster, stronger. Alex's first strike was deflected. The second grazed its flank. It roared and flung him into a wall. But Alex got up. Again. And again. He stopped trying to match the beast's brute force. Instead, he began predicting its moves, dancing around its attacks, using leverage and precision over power. With a final leap, he drove the staff into a weak spot beneath the beast's jaw. It collapsed with a hiss of smoke and embers. Zalaria descended from the watching spire. "You are not the strongest man to attempt this. But you are the smartest. And the most determined." She extended her hand. "You have passed all 3 trials." The surprising truth. But then came the part no one warned him about. The Queen led him to the Sanctum of Union, a chamber of swirling light and ancient symbols. Here, the final rite would bind her mind and heart to her chosen consort. "Before we proceed," she said, her tone shifting, "you must know the truth." She placed her palm on his chest. Instantly, Alex was flooded with visions. Zyrith Prime was dying. The mists that sustained their cities were fading. Their sun, once stable, had begun to decay. Zyrethians were psychic empaths, but their abilities had become unstable, causing breakdowns and chaos. Zalaria had not just sought a husband, she had sought a stabilizing force. A partner whose will was strong enough to ground her psyche, and through her, the entire planet. "Bonding with me means merging our minds permanently," she said. "You will never be alone again. But you will never truly be yourself again either." Alex was stunned. It wasn't just marriage. It was symbiosis, a lifelong psychic link that could not be undone. He walked to the edge of the sanctum and looked out at the sea of clouds. He thought about the loneliness he'd carried for years. And then he turned back to her. "I came here for a reason. I just didn't know how big it would be. But I won't run." He stepped into the circle of light. Zalaria's eyes filled with tears, not of sorrow but relief. Their minds joined. Epilogue. The flame that reignited a world. News of the Union spread across the galaxy. Zyrith Prime stabilized. The Queen's power, once too volatile, became calm and focused. The chaos in her people subsided. Trade resumed. Peace followed. Alex didn't return to Earth. He stayed by Zalaria's side as her partner, not just in rule but in spirit. He was given the title Consort of Flame, and his name became legend, not for conquest but for connection. He had gone to find purpose. He found love, rebirth, and a planet to save. And in doing so, he surprised not just a queen but